morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. As you just saw, I took down my Christmas tree, which is really sad, but I knew I had to do it this morning or else I would never do it. Getting into the new year, starting off right with a book. I picked this up yesterday from the bookstore and it looked really good. I started reading Crying in H Mart, but it's honestly just like a little depressing and I just wanted something easier to read. So I picked this up and it sounded really good. I'll let you guys know what I think as well. But yeah, go read. Hey guys, so it's the first work week of the new year. Luckily, there's like nothing on the schedule for this Monday, so it's a very easy, just like getting into the swing of things so far. But it snowed out and it's literally so pretty. It was snowing like all night and morning, and I think it's stopped now. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, so for me, I'm used to a lot of snow, but what I learned quickly when I first moved to DC was that like people do not understand snow. They don't know how to operate in snow. They don't know how to drive in snow. In the building, they did shovels, so I might do like a little lap around there, but I don't think a lot of other things are shoveled, and I can see the road and it's not really shoveled. It's just like trucks have driven through it, but it feels like winter and it's such a nice way to start the new work year. Hey guys, so it's a bit later since I last spoke to you, and I'm making food for the week because one of my New Year's things is I'm trying to meal prep more, because during the week, even with working from home, I just like don't have the energy to cook something for dinner at night, but I know I should. So anyways, I'm in the middle of meal prepping. I'm gonna cook 2 different things so I have options, because also I realized if I don't have options then I don't want to eat what I meal prep. But anyways, so I'm making this sweet potato carrot ginger soup right now, and basically it's just simmering for another couple minutes, and then you take all the ingredients out and I'm gonna put them in a blender and blend it all together and then add a little broth in. And then I'm also gonna make enchiladas. So those are the 2 things getting prepped for the week. I feel like I found myself getting really anxious because it's Sunday and then, you know, tomorrow's Monday, and yeah, I don't know why. Like nothing really big is coming up in this week. I have one event that's like kind of like more high level, using that term loosely, than usual that I'm doing, and it just has this component to it that I don't do all the time, but anyways, nevertheless. But I feel like cooking really helps me relax and just kind of helps me shake off the Sunday scaries. For you guys, when I transfer everything into the blender, I got this blender, the Ninja, and my boyfriend's parents. You guys more of the process when I do the enchiladas. I just didn't show like the cutting of the vegetables for this because it's pretty straightforward. It was literally just onion, carrot, sweet potato, vegetable stock, paprika, chili flakes. I'm gonna turn this off and remove it from the heat, and we're gonna try to safely put everything into the blender. 1 second. So I have my pot here with the vegetables, very hot. Get some of the ingredients. I think this is what the recipe means. And then just put it in the blender. Ow, it got on me, that hurt. So I fished out most of the ingredients and I got it in my blender. And like I said, I want mine to be on the thicker side, but the recipe said obviously you can add more broth, you can add even more water if you want to use all the broth, but I'm just going to put a little in right now. And now we're going to blend it. Blended it a couple times and added some broth. I'm probably gonna add more broth, but I just want to do a quick taste test. Really good. I think just a little more broth. A little more salt. Okay, so I think now it should be perfect. Last taste test using the same spoon because I'm the only one eating this. Guys, so the next thing I'm going to make are enchiladas. I've made these now a couple times and they're really good. So what you'll need for ingredients are chicken breasts. You need 1 onion. The recipe calls for a white onion, but little onions to use up. I'm also going to use black beans, and you want a 4-ounce container of some diced green chilies. Then also you're going to want tortillas. Every time I've made these so far, I've just used regular tortillas, but I decided to switch it up and use these, which are the Siete chickpea flour tortillas. I'm also making my own enchilada sauce, and for that you'll need chicken stock, chili powder, cumin, garlic powder, and oregano. And then of course for all of these you need salt and pepper. So at this stage, the onions are looking really good. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of salt with that pan. Then we're gonna add our chicken. I'm gonna cut a green pepper. So in addition to adding salt and pepper as the recipe calls for the filling, I also really like adding this Trader Joe's chili and lime seasoning blend. So this next part of the recipe moves pretty quickly, so I'm just going to talk you guys through it and show you. So what you basically do is add 2 tablespoons of oil to your pan. Make a roux, so then you'll add some flour and then you'll whisk that together and then add your seasonings. So the seasonings you'll add are the chili powder, cumin powder, and oregano, and garlic powder. And then now I added the broth. I added 2 cups like the recipe called for, and I probably added like 1/4 of a cup just so I could have a little extra. So while I'm waiting for the enchilada sauce to simmer and cook for a couple more minutes, I'm gonna prep my station to assemble. So I have my Mexican blend cheese, and then I have my Pyrex here that will assemble them in, and then you also want to grab your tortillas and have those ready to take out and assemble. But basically how the next step goes, the recipe doesn't call for this, but I watched a lot of videos on YouTube on the best way to assemble enchiladas, so I've been doing this way since the first time I made it. So what you'll do when this has cooled down a little bit more is you'll dip both sides of the tortilla into the enchilada sauce. This makes it just a lot easier to roll them, and then they won't crack, and I just like that it gets a lot of flavor in and on the outside of it. And then I'll use about 1/4 of a cup or so of the filling, and then a little, probably like a fourth cup or so of some cheese, and then you'll roll it up and just keep doing that. Enchiladas are out of the oven. They look so good. I cannot wait to eat them.